You worked with Red Fox.
Yeah, Red Fox, man, the legend.
First of all, it says, you said you did your first movie there professional when you were 30, or you worked with Sammy when I
was 9. Yeah.
When you were 9,
when I was 9, I did my first movie. When I was 30, I worked with Sammy.
Now, see, that kind of took me aback a little bit because Sammy Davis has been dead for how many years?
Quite a bit. So you trying to guess how old I am now?
Yeah, because
I'm 51, bro.
Okay,
so that's
because you don't look.
Yeah, that's when you said that I went.
Yeah.
You look like you're 30 now.
I don't have a mustache.
Yeah. Yeah, grow a mustache, you'll look like you're 51.
You can see some of those gray hairs pop up.
Yeah, you look like you're about 30 now, so that's
the whole purpose of shaving it off.
Yep. You got the good genes in the family.
Shave it off.
Looks good. Good.
And what was it like working with Red Fox? Was he
phenomenal? He is by far the funniest person I've ever met in my life.
He had that reputation too of being like one of the dirtiest comics in the world.
Yeah, he was. He did dirty humor, but it was funny though.
Yeah.
And when you listen,
that's the whole thing with comedy is like there's no rules as long as what you're saying is funny.
And when you listen to a Red
Red
Fox album, and I'll say album now because that's what he put out. It's not as dirty as the stuff today.
No, but for
still,
the time,
it holds
for the time that it was being that he came along, it was like
I mean, he was
everybody's eyes were whoa,
yeah,
wow,
he was scandalous.
And the big trip with all people is that people trip over words and go, oh, I can't listen to that, and why'd you say that? And the reality is that we live in America, okay? We're number one for drug consumption, number one for jail population, number one for debauchery, period. Mm-hmm. So how could you grow up here and be sensitive to words? And the other part of it is that any word that you're sensitive to, you used it yourself before. Mm-hmm. So get honest and stop it. Grow up. Words, like in sticks and stones, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Words is not something to trip over. But a lot of people choose, I can't hear that. That was too much for me. Okay, then how come you're still standing there? Why you didn't just spontaneously
It's a bunch of malarkey is what it is.
It's a bunch of malarkey, that's right.
Well, speaking of words, how about that whole Dr. Laura thing that happened this week?
We're touching on that a little bit.
Well, Dr. Laura, not speaking in her defense, but just speaking of the reality of it is that word that she was using, I wasn't offended by it, okay? But everybody don't think like me. Mm-hmm. And if you in the position that she's in, you have to, especially in the position she's in, you have to realize that your audience, okay, is not. Mm-hmm. If they were as I won't offend anybody now, but if they was as smart as you, as flexible as you, they might have your job. Mm-hmm. So you have to take that into consideration when you're talking to them. You may say something that's highly offensive, and if you do, you have to be able to, clean it up. Mm-hmm. She obviously didn't do it fast enough.
In a way, it wasn't even the word. It was the other things she said around the word.
Like you shouldn't interracially marry.
Yeah, or when she was talking about...
Well, this is what I say about all the people that think like that. Yeah. You will all be dead within the next 20 years.
That's
so
right.
You can be as racist as you want. It doesn't matter. Right. The world is going to change because young people don't think like that.
That's right.
That's one of the beautiful things about what I can see during my life is that a lot of the old ways of thinking, the ignorant things that keep men apart, keep war going on, keep conflict going, is dying out because the young people can look at us and go, actually, that whole thing there is dumb.
You think we're getting? You think we're evolving slowly?
Yes,
but
we're evolving slowly.
We are getting better.
As far as technology is concerned, we're evolving at the speed of light. But spiritually, it's like we're in analog mode. Ka-clunk, but we're moving forward.
This is one of our favorite kind of comic interviews. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we have comics, they'll come in here and they think we want them to be, come on, do some of your act or be fun, But
well, you know what? Like a lot of radio stations do want that.
Yeah.
It's been especially when I first started doing comedy. It would, you would get complaints. Well, Charlie wasn't that, zany and he didn't pull his pants off and he didn't jump on the soundboard and, make funny sounds. We want somebody that's back. Like, look, man, I'm going to be me wherever I go. Now, if you want Bozo to be, then you can bring Bozo, But if you bring me in, I'm going to be me. That's the kind of comedy I do. If you come to my show, I don't pull my pants down, none of this stuff. I'm not saying that the guys that do that are wrong, but if that's what you got, who you are, then do you, but that's not me. You know?
There are guys who can pull their pants down and make it really, really funny.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
Like you, for instance.
Oh,
Hey.
She went for boom.
Yeah. Charlie Murphy is at Wise Guys in West Valley.
God, I forgot to do the plugs. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Sorry, got talking to Charlie and forgot. I'm working. 7:30 and 10 o'clock tonight, and then 2 shows tomorrow, 7:30 and 10.
Better not bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids.
No, I don't. Is there an age limit to go to Wise Guys? I mean,
it is an age limit, but just recently I was in California, and I did a set at the Improv, and right before I went on, this guy said, "Yeah, man, I brought a whole busload of kids down here." So when he said that, it's like 10:30 at night. I'm thinking college students. He brought kids
at 10:30 at night.
Somebody should have went to jail as far as I'm concerned.
What did you do?
Because people were drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay? People were drinking alcohol. I was using adult language.
Yep.
And I looked into the eyes of a 10-year-old.
Oh.
I was talking about an adult thing, a sexual thing, and then I look into the eyes of a 10-year-old. And then I look up at the guy, and he's looking at me like he's disappointed. And I'm like, yo, man, I didn't go to, a romper room and do the set. I didn't come to preschool and no, you brought that here. And how'd you get these kids in here? This is an adult environment. They're not supposed to be in here. Well, they're big fans of yours, Charlie. Well, guess what? Their parents are not gonna be big fans.
Right.
Because I'm sure these kids are soaking up everything I'm saying and they're gonna repeat it.
Yeah.
And their parents, where did they learn that from?
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, but you didn't have
never
to learn
seeing any of his movies again.
Yeah, right. But you brought him to the environment.
Yeah. I mean, you bring them to your house. That's what's going to happen.
That's right. If you bring them to my house, I'm going to be cursing. All right.
All right.
Just letting you know up front.
Thanks for not, and thanks for except for the one slip when you come to our house.
You know what? That hasn't happened in a long time. It just shows you how relaxed you guys
relaxed.
It happens every once in a while.
When I get real relaxed.
That red button that we hit when you said that word, the most often we hit it is for ourselves.
Right. Just every now and then you just be talking.
We slip and then
And
we get you on the radio.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for 25 years plus.
Yeah.
And it's just lately that I have started slipping myself because I've started doing a podcast and it's no FCC there. And I got a mic in front of me and I'm just kind of used to, and I've slipped a couple of times. Thank God for that button, boy.
Charlie Murphy, West Valley Wise Guys tonight and tomorrow night?
Tomorrow, 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 7:30 and 10 o'clock. You can get your tickets at wiseguyscomedy.com.
You got an opening?
And also, yes, I'm bringing my man Freeze Love, a.k.a. Paul Farmer, the Crusher. He's been on the road with me for the past 5 years. If you've seen me, you've seen him. He's a brilliant comic, and the reason why I keep him with me is because he's more than an opener. He's a headliner in his own right. So when you come see my show, the laughing is just one solid wall of laughing.
Good.
You're going to be selling CDs, DVDs tonight?
Yes, I'll be selling
I
my
will
DVD.
not apologize.
I will not apologize, and my book, Charlie Murphy, The Making of a Stand-Up Guy, after the show.
Okay,
cool.
Definitely.
Thanks, you guys. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks for having us. God bless, man.
Thanks
You're
a lot.
welcome
That's what's
anytime.
up.
Joe.
Charlie Murphy.